rules of sarf.
Yeah. That is root word here. For example, you see tamakkun, mutamakkin, it follows root word. You could easily be able to find out the root word tamakkun, yeah? So you knew that it is from this bab, yeah? So, but adl is that word which does not follow any root word, which doesn't have any root word. If it does not have a noun which does not have any root word, but it is still made but not following any rules and regulations and masdar, therefore it is understood that this noun was made on the ruling of adl, on the ruling of adl. Done. So, for example, see Amirun. See Amirun. From Amirun, the process of adl is applied, and then we have Umaru. Umaru. This Umaru is Ma'dul. Is Ma'dul. From which kalma? From Amiru. Why? Because for Umaru there is no root word that it was derived from that root word. No. For example, any other word, for example, Alimun has a root word. But Umaru does not have any root word. So therefore it is understood that so Umaru must be derived from Amiru, and therefore this derivation is on the basis of adl. On the basis of adl. So any ism which does not have any root word, and it is established that it is understood that this must be derived from the other word. So this other word is known as, this process of deriving or establishing that this must be derived from that word, this process is known as adl. So therefore this is known as adl. Adl is of two types. One is adl taqdiri and one is adl tahqiqi. Adl taqdiri and adl tahqiqi. For example, in this one, Umaru is adl taqdiri because it is just understood. Muqaddar. It is supposed that, let's suppose that Umaru was derived from Amiru because it looks the same, and Amiru has all the letters that Umaru has. So therefore it is supposed that this is derived from Amir. Otherwise we don't have any root word.
What did you say? What did you say?
Adl taqdiri and tahqiqi. Okay? Adl taqdiri
and tahqiqi.
and adl tahqiqi. Okay? And tahqiqi, that is on the base of
Rules and
tahqiq. Eh?
rules के ऊपर बेस में
Tahqiq. I mean, there is some kind of ishara, some kind of, say, karina,
Reason.
reason in it. And for example,
No, it's not based on assumption.
for example, thulathu. There's no assumption here. Thulathu. When you say thulathu or mathlasu, yes. Thulathu or mathlasu. This means 3-3. Thalasu mean three. Maslasu mean three. This is one word, but it means three. Why? One word must have one meaning. That's the rule. Singular word should have a singular meaning. It has two meanings, three. Why? So this is established that this is ma'dud. There was a process of adl in deriving those ones. They must be derived from salasatun. Salasa. Salas. Okay? So in this one, salasatun, because salasatun, two words mean the same thing, three. So instead of repeating salasatun twice, they just said salasu or maslasu. That means the same as salasatun. But salasu or maslasu, they are derived from salasatun. So this is adl taqdiri. Why? What is tahqiqi? What is adl tahqiqi?
On the basis of tahqiq.
Yes, on the basis of tahqiq, they have a strong reason in it, karina in it, ishara in it. Okay? There is no assumption. This adl is not assumption based. Why? The meaning itself. Salasu has a meaning three. This three meaning is referring back to two words. There must be two words originally, because otherwise you can't have a two meaning of one word. So it was originally salasatun. And from salasatun, they just made the word maslasun or salasun. Therefore the meaning is the same as the original, three. This adl is known as adl taqdiri. Adl tahqiqi. And the other one is adl taqdiri. Umaru from Amir. Because there is no research behind Umaru.
تقديري كان يكون السماعي يزور لا السماعي.
To understand yet,
No.
you can say it, but it is not Samai. It has nothing to do with Sima. Okay? It is taqdeer. Because farz kiya gaya, assumption based. It is supposed. Otherwise, you don't have any answer for that. So it is supposed that this must be derived from that. So this is adl taqdeeri. And this one, salasatun adl taqdeeri. Adl is of two types. Adl is one of the cause of manasar. Wasf. What is wasf? The second type?
That which has an attribute within it.
Attribute, a description, sifa. You know this already.
The أحمر.
Yes. Okay. So, adl, a change, wasf, sifat or wasf, same thing. That means attribute or description. Ma'rifa,
Specific.
proper noun. Yes, specific noun, proper noun, ma'rifa. For example, name of a person, Ali, Zafar, Raqeen, Mujtaba, Mustafa, Makeen. Yeah? All of them are ma'rifa. Specific noun. But this, a noun which is ma'rifa, that means that is also what? A sabab of manasar, cause of manasar. These are the causes of manasar. If that sabab joins any other sabab, so then that kalma will not have tanween on it, will restrict
Tanween and kasra.
Tanween and kasra. Taneeth. What is taneeth? Femininity. Being a feminine. If kalma has a sign of femininity, that is taneeth. So if that kalma has another sabab, then the kalma will restrict the i'rab, that is tanween and jar. That is ghair munsarif. What is ujma? The next one, ujma. What is ujma?
Non-Arabic.
No. If kalma is basically originated from non-Arabic language, not from Arabic language, but then it was adopted in Arabic language. For example, a lot of kalimat in English, they are adopted from Arab. You see,
Library.
yeah. For example, you see Gibraltar. What is Gibraltar? This is adopted from Arabic. For example, you see algebra. Have you read algebra? Yeah? X plus Y is equal to 2. Yeah. This is from Arabic. It was in Arabic al-jabra. Al-jabra. Al-jabra.
What is algebra?
That was the name of the person.
Oh, who
Name of
invented
the
algebra?
person
Who
who
founded it.
invented it. Yeah. Who discovered it, who made the theories and these formulas. His name was Al-Jabra.
Muslim.
Yeah, Muslim.
Those
It's a very famous thing, you see. It's one of the very useful things in the mathematics and amongst the physicists. Without algebra, you can't do anything in this dunya, basically. It is true. So if you lost anything, you want to find it, use algebra. Everything is done on the basis of algebra. When we will have rain tomorrow, next day, use algebra. What's inside the womb of the mother? Use algebra. That is application of algebra everywhere. So this is one example where the words are taken from other languages. They are adopted from any other language. So similarly, we also have some words from the non-Arabic language, and all the non-Arab language, they are known as ujma. Non-Arab is called ujma.
So argument.
So this is one of the sabab of manasar. If a kalma is not from Arab originally, it was adopted from any other language, like old languages, Suryani language, Farsi language. So therefore that kalma will have one sabab of manasarfiyah, and if it has another sabab, like the kalma is also alamiyah, is also the name of the person, then it will have another sabab, ma'rifa. Yeah? So two sababs together now. So therefore it can't have kasra on it. It can't have tanween on it. For example, a kalma is ujma, but it is also the feminine tanis. There is tanis attached with it. Then it also has the two sabab. So the next one is jama. Jama is what? Plural?
Two or more.
Two or more? More than two.
Sorry.
More than two.
Farsi.
Yeah. More than two. Plural. If a siga is the siga of jama and some other sabab is also present in that kalima, then you can't put i'rab of jar or tanween on it. But it can have the rest of the i'rab, fathar, dhamma. But this jama is also sometimes equivalent to two sabab when it is jama mamduda. Jama
Mamduda.
mamduda means Jama which is stretched. Alif with alif mamduda, which has a mad on it. So therefore this Jama will be equal to 2 asbab. I did not give you example of the other, so let me write the examples. For wasfiya, the wasf, I gave you example of adl only. For both example of adl, taqdiri, tahqiqi. For wasfiya, sifat, attribute. For example, ahmaru. For example, ahmaru. Ahmaru means red, reddish. You want to describe something as red here, so you use ahmaru. Ahdaru, subs, ahmaru. So, the example, this is the first adliya. I write second here, ahmar, ahmar, red. For the wasf, number 3 was ma'rifa. The example of ma'rifa, what? The name of any person, Zaidun. And Tanith, there's some which is which has a sign of femininity. For example, Talhatu. Okay, Talhatu or Hubla. Number 3, Sayyidun. But here, I'm not using Zaydun as an example for Ma'rifa because this is Ism Mutamakkin. Yes? Because Zaydun has only one sabab, does not have 2 sabab. So it is Ism Mutamakkin. So let me give you example from the Ghair Munsarif here, because we are learning under the category of Ghair Munsarif this. So instead of Zaydun, say Umaru. Say Umaru. Yes? This is Ghair Munsarif. And Ujma, for example, Ibrahim. Okay, let's do in this tartib. Number 4, Tanith. Talhatu. Talhatu. See, this is Tanith. This is Tanith attached. Or Hubla. Alif Maksura. Alif Maksura is also the sign of Tanith. Hubla.
Bushra.
Bushra. That's right. Time Muqaddara Ardun. If the Tanis is with Alif here, then that Tanis will be equivalent to 2. Yeah?
Jama.
That Tanis will be equivalent to 2 causes.
Tanis.
Yeah.
Only when it comes with alif.
With Alif here. For example, Hamra'u. 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 The red lady. Hamra'u. Yes? This Hamra'u. This is with Alif.
Just because
This is
Tanis
Tanis.
with alif, it will be equivalent to
With Alif. Yes.
no other asbab needed.
alif maksura or alif mamduda. Okay, this will be equivalent to 2 sabab. Only one sabab is equal to 2, so it does not have any other sabab, just this one. Fine, it will be ghair munsarif. It can't have jar or tanween on it.
Maksura mamduda.
Maksura
Mamduda, what do you mean?
mamduda, the stretched one. For example, you see
Hamra.
mad hamra stretched mamduda.
Maksura chok.
Maksura hubla.
Tari zabar and yani stretched one is all only zabar. Mad yani.
Maksura, yeah.
In both cases.
Yeah. This is qasr, yeah. This is qasr. You done the qasr on it because alif is shorter. That's why alif is maksura. Maksura. And this is stretched one. You stretched it. So mad. So therefore it is mamduda. Mamduda. So both are equivalent to 2 sabab.
Sabab.
Tanis with alif is equivalent to 2 sabab, okay? Tanis with alif. And tanis with ta is just 1 sabab. And tanis with the fourth one, the muqaddara, ta muqaddara,
Considered as one.
yeah, which is considered as ta, but it is not written literally. For example, ardun, because of
Arnabun.
the tasghir is uraidatun, yeah. So therefore, that is also 1 sabab. That is also, but tanis with alif, in terms of maksura and mamduda, it is equivalent to 2 sabab. The next one is wazn fa'il. What is wazn fa'il?
On the scale.
That
the
an
scale
ism
of fa'il.
is
Scale of the fair.
on the scale of ism.
Fail.
Ahmad.
Fa'il, sorry, on the scale of fa'il.
Ahmadu. Af'al.
On the specified scales of fa'il. The scale of ism equals the scale of fa'il. So wazn scale is of 2 types here. Understand now. The scale which is specific to fail and a scale which is common between fail and ism, which is common. So there are 2 types of wazn. Wazn mukhtas bil fail, number 1, and number 2 wazn mushtarak. Mukhtas means specific to verb. Scale, a scale specific to verb. And mushtarak means common scale. So when we talk about wazn fa'il, that an ism is on the scale of fa'il, that means that scale which is only specific to fa'il, that wazn is present in ism. If the wazn is common between fa'il and ism, then that wazn will not be considered as the sabab of manasar. Understand? If the scale is common between ism, between the noun and verb, then that scale will not be considered as a sabab of manasar. Okay? Yeah? You understand?
No.
Only we will consider the scale as the sabab of manasar when that scale was specific to verbs, and that is present in ism. For example, Ahmad. For example, Ahmad, af'al, bar was an af'al. This is the specific to fail. not common. For example, فعل 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 فعلل تفعلل تفعلل. If you have an ism on these scales, then that ism is said to have a sabab of wazn fail, because the scale that it has here, it is specific to verb.
Was the name Mustarik?
Mushtarak.
Mushtarak.
Sheen Tara. Common scale, which is common. For example, fa'ala. Fa'ala is the scale of fail. Daraba. Fataha. But this is not mushtarak. If you have an ism on this scale, that scale will not be considered as sabab of manasar. Okay? For example, you see farasun. Fara,
Sun.
same scale.
Fa'al.
For example, you see fa'alala. Fa' is a fail. Fa'alala, tafa'alala. But this fail is not specific to, this wasn't is not specific to verb. It is common between verb and ism. You have asma as well on this scale. For example, Ja'farun. Ja'farun. Fa'alal. Ja'far. Fa'alal. Ja'far. Dahraj. You see? This is common. So Ja'farun can have the meaning. Someone can ask you, see Ja'farun, why does it have the meaning? It is alam. Second, it has the scale of fail. Fa'ala.
Second type scale.
Second type scale. Because scales are two types. One is
Mukhtasbil
common.
fi'l.
This is common between ism. So it is not recognized as a sabab of manasar. Okay? The only recognized scale which can be the sabab of manasafiya, which can restrict the i'rab, is which is specific to fail. For example, Ahmad. Ahmad is on the scale of af'al.
So the one that was in mukhtas bil fi'l, that will be the one that will be a sabab for mun'asab.
That's right. Okay? So, number 5 is Ahmad. Number 5. Example for number 5 is Ahmad. Barbazan.
Mushtarik.
Number 6, Alif Noon Zaidatan. Alif Noon Zaida Tan. That means Alif Noon extra.
Additional.
Added Alif and Noon. Okay?
No.
Additional Alif and Noon. For example, Sakranu. Sakranu. Usmanu. Alif and Nun. That Alif and Nun which comes at the end of an ism, and they are extra, additional. Sakranu, Usmanu. The original was Ain Tha Mim. Usman is from Usam. Sakran is from Sakr. So therefore, Alif Noon are added, extra,
Tasniya.
additional.
Every tasniya you. Or this not, this is excluding tasniya.
Not Tasniya.
Alif Nun for tasniya. That excludes.
Alif Noon Zaidatan, not Tasniya. Usman is not Tasniya.
Or even Marwan.
Quran, Quran, you see Quran is not Tasniya.
وضع عمران.
Imran, that's right.
Irfan.
This is one of the sababiyya. Alif Noon added extra is one of the sababiyya. Irfan is one of the sabab of Manasar.
My name's Gad Munsif.
Hmm?
My name's Gad Munsif.
Yeah. Right. Okay. The next one is Ujma Ibrahim. The example of Ujma is Ibrahim. Non-Arabic, yeah. Taken up from the other language, Suryani language. Jama, you know plurality, plural,
More than two.
and ism which is more than two. So, for example, masajidu, masajidu, masabihu, mafa'ilu. That's right. So masajidu and masabihu, they both have jama. They both have one sabab which is jama, and that sabab is equal to two sabab, because this is jama after jama. Jama after jama muntahal jumu. When you can have the jama after jama.
The final stage of Jama.
Yeah, the final stage of jama. You had the jama, but you can have another jama of that jama. The jama of the jama, plural of the plurals. Okay?
The pulse.
Understand? So this will be jama muntahal jumu, the final stage of jama.
Intahal.
Yes. Jama muntahal jumu is that siga in which the first two letters are maftooh. The first two are maftooh. Third letter is alif, and you have after alif either you have one harf which is mushaddad, stressed, shad on it, or two letters which are mushaddad, in which the first one, two harf in which the first one not mushaddad, in which the first one will be maqsoor, or you have three letters after alif in which the first one, from those three letters, the first one will be maqsoor, the second one will be ya sakin. So this is jama muntahal jumu. This is jama muntahal.
Jumur.
What did I say? Jama muntahal jumu is that one in which the first two letters will be
مفتوح.
fatha,
Last one will be mushaddad.
and the third one will be alif.
Alif.
Third one will be.
Alif.
ألف.
Then you have three cases.
After that.
After alif, there may be a single mushaddad letter, or two letters, or three letters. If single, then mushaddad. If two, then the first of those two will be maqsoor, will be If 3, then the first will be maksur, the second will be ya sakin. Ya sakin. Understand? Say this. Jama muntahal jumu siga.
Jama muntahal jumu', it will have the first one, the first
two letters.
First 2 letters, they will be mushaddad. Maftuh, sorry, and the third one will be alif. And you'll have 3 cases. Either you will have
one letter after
one of them, 1 letter, 2 letter, or 3 letters. And the third case is that it will have a ya at the end. The second one.
नहीं first
case पहले होता है ना हमेशा. Third पे कैसे चलेगी? So you have alif. So after alif you have 1 letter, a 2 letter, a 3 letter. If you have 1 letter, then that letter should be mushaddad, stressed, shadan it. 2 letter, the first of those will be maksur. 3 letters, the first will be maksur and the second will be ya. Understand?
No.
For example, in case when you have 1 letter, let me write on it. Yeah? Let me write here. Jama muntahal
Jumu'.
Yeah? Jama muntahal jumu'. You learn this term, yeah, very important term. Jam plural of the plurals. That means that jama at the final stage.
The final plural.
Yeah? Plural at the final stage. You can't, that means you can't have more jama of that siga. That is the final stage. You can't make any more plural of that plural. Yes? For example, see, Jama muntahal jumu will be 3 cases in terms of letters. The first letter, first 2 letters will be maftu, will have fatha on it, first, second, the third letter will be an alif, and then you have 3 cases. Okay? Number 3 cases. Either after alif, 1 letter, after alif, 2 letters, after alif, 3 letters, after alif. In case of 1 letter, you will have 1 letter will be mushaddad. That letter will be mushaddad, shadan, stressed. 2 letter, the first one will be
maksur.
First one maksur. 3 letter, first one
Sur, दूसरा या
maksur and
second या
plus the second one is ya.
Second.
Ya sakin, yes, is ya sakin. Understand? These are the rules. For example, I give you examples now. Dawabu. Okay?
first letter,
That's.
first.
See, the first 2 are mushaddad. You have alif in the third place, and then you have 1 letter which should be mushaddad dawabu. That's siga of muntaha al-jumu. That means it is equivalent to two asbab. Just one sabab is two sabab. The second, masajidu.
Jidu.
See, first two are maftu, then you have alif, then you have two letters after alif, so the first one will be maksur. Masajidu. The third one, where you have three letters, that is masa bihu. Masa, and you can't have any further from this. You can't say masajidu. Yeah? It is muntaha al-jumu, final stage. Masabihu, two letter maftu, then alif, then three letter after alif. The first one is maksur, second is ya sakin. This is equivalent to, this is also equivalent to two asbab, jama muntaha al-jumu, like the alif, mamduda and maksura. And then give me an example which is not a sabab. It is jama but not a sabab. Slay? Jama. One sabab on. What's the other sabab? With one sabab you can't have. You can't restrict it.
आपने क्या किया कि क्या किस चीज़ की एग्जांपल दें?
Which cannot be restricted.
That can't be restricted.
That can't be restricted.
How do you mean, Zul? So it's
That can't be. That
Of-
can't be
of
read
Ghair
as Ghair
Munsarif.
Munsarif.
That can't be Ghair Munsarif. Like Jama'a.
Jama, but also in other sabab as well.
Has another sabab. Iliyun.
How is that? What two sabab?
Iliyun is Jama'a. Iliyun is a name as well, isn't it?
जन्नताने
Alif Nun Zaidan. Alif Nun is a sign for Tasniya.
Tasniya.
Alif Nun yani Jannatan.
So simple jama is not the sabab of manasar. It's only jama muntahal jumu. Okay?
In these three cases.
Yeah. Only jama muntahal jumu. Jama at the last stage. That will be the sabab. Only these three cases. And the next one is tarkeeb, the last one, tarkeeb. What is tarkeeb?
Compound.
Composition, yeah. That the two
Listen.
different kalimat, they are composed together to form one single word. But originally they were two different words. They are composed in a way that they are one now. So that's why this tarkeeb is also known as one sabab, is also considered as one sabab of wazn fa'il. For example, ba'la bakku. Ba'la is separate and bakku is separate. So therefore, Ba'al was the name of a Buddha idol. Ba'al, famous idol. And Bakku was the king. So therefore, a city is named after a king, and they joined them together, Ba'al and Bakku. So they said Ba'al Bakku. This is the name of the city.
Saudi Arabia भी इसका आता है इस एग्जांपल में नहीं. Saudi Arabia.
वो दो अलग लफ्ज़ है ना.
वो एक नहीं है, अलग है. They are two separate words. This is one word now. Ba'ala bakku. You write it like this. Ba'ala bakku. Ba'ala bakku. Ba'ala bakku. Okay? You write it like this. Ba'ala bakku. Ma'di Karib. Ma'di and Kariba, the two different words joined together and made one word, one compound.
You only read Ba'ala Bakku, Ba'ala Bakka. You can't read Ba'ala Bakki.
No, you can't read Ba'ala Bakki.
Ba'ala Bakkatun.
No, you can't.
Tantin.
This Ma'di Karibu is also the name of a famous Sahabi.
What do you think they join together?
Ma'di and Karibu. Kariba. This is joined together. Ma'di and Kariba. Ek ism ban gaya. One noun. Umar. What two sabab are present in Umar, brother?
Adil
Adil.
and Marifa.
Alam. Marifa. Good. Thulathu. What two sabab are present in Thulathu? Raqib. Thulathu.
Allah.
Don't waste time, please. Let's move. Yes, Thulathu.
In Thulathu, you have the one which was Haqiqi,
Adil,
Adil,
Tahqiqi,
we have Adil Haqiqi.
and second.
Second one is that is also Adil. What was it? Thulathu.
You said Adil.
Yeah, Adil is already, isn't it? It's already one.
1 year.
And the other one will be
When you Thulathu mean 3-3.
Jamal, isn't it?
Think out of the box, please.
Was
Was. Well done. Was. That's right.
Attribute.
Why? Because you are attributing something as 3. Okay? So, Adil and was. Well done. Brilliant. So, two sabab. Sifat and Adil. Talha. Shabash, shabash. Two sabab Talha.
Talha. So, wait, what was it? Talhata.
Talhatu.
Talhatu and is Tanis.
Tanis. Good. One is Tanis. That's right. And second. What are you finding in pages?
Page.
It's on the board and I'm asking you.
طلحة
You are
التانيث.
looking in the pages. Talhat.
Oh, name.
Eh?
Specific noun.
Proper noun.
Proper noun.
Alam. Yeah. Good. Tanis and alam. Two sabab. That's why restricted. Okay. Zainabu.
تانيث علم.
Tanis and? But tanis manvi. No ta there, but it is tanis manvi. Yeah. One was tanis lafzi, this was tanis manvi. Hubla. यानी सब हुबला.
एक अलम हो जाएगा और दूसरा वो मकसूरा अलिफ वाला क्या नाम है?
But what does hubla mean?
जी
Hubla. Hubla is not alam.
खुबला
Hubla is not alam.
अच्छा नहीं अलम
Who
नहीं
said
है
it is alam?
नहीं है
So then two sabab. What are those two sabab in hubla?
एक
Hubla means pregnant woman.
तानीस हो जाएगा और दूसरा वो मुल्लिफ और मकसूरा वाला है
One tanis and second. Why?
नहीं नहीं
It's not attributed.
تانيث علم.
Tanis, yes. You said, we said that this alif maksura
और ممدودة.
or alif mamduda, they are equivalent to two sabab.
जी जी सिर्फ तानीस
on their own.
Yes.
خلاص.
So therefore, only one sabab which is equal to two, so restricted. Hamra'u.
Same one.
Hamra'u, same. Because it is tanis mamduda and equivalent to two sabab. Ibrahimu.
أجمع العمل علم.
Ujma and alam. Name. Specific noun. Well done. Masajidu.
جمع منتهى الجموع.
Jama muntahal jumu. Well done. Which is
Equivalent to
equivalent to two sabab. Good. Masabihu. Same. Jama muntahal jumu. There's this one, third one. Dawabu. Jama muntahal jumu. Good. Ba'la bakku.
تركيب.
Tarkeeb.
النيم العلم.
मारिफा
And Marif. Alam. That's right. Ahmad.
وزن الفعل النيم.
Was in a fail and name. Alam. Don't say name. Name can be, improper as well. Say proper. Proper name. Proper noun.
Specific noun.
Specific noun. Alam. Or say alam. Sakranu.
मारिफा और ज़ादातान
How is it marifa?
تسنية.
चलो और नहीं नाम नहीं है
Alif noon zaidatan.
जी
That's one. What's the second?
What did you say?
Sakran.
سكران. ما اسمه تسنية.
नहीं मैं
تسنية سيدة ألف نون.
मारिफा
Was.
वाले
Was.
وصفا.
That is was.
नाम नहीं कीजिए
Usmanu. Usmanu.
وزن الفعل
मारिफा
العلم.
और
وزن الفعل.
How is it was in a fail?
Sorry, no, وزن الفعل.
अलिफ नान अलिफ नून ज़ादातान और
Alif
मारिफा
noon zaidatan and alam.
عالم.
Name.
نعم.
सकरान नाम नहीं
Alam.
किसी
See,
का
person is there himself. Name of the person. Osman. Alam and Alif Noon Zaidatan, two was two sabab together.
सकरान नाम नहीं होता किसी का शाह साहब
नहीं सकरान जो है बस होता है.
लोग लेकिन नाम भी रखते हैं मैंने सुना है वैसे ही
बस वो रख देते हैं. अरबी के अंदर ना अरबी की बात कर रहे हैं. We are talking about Arabic language. In Arabic